Hello, my name is Pawel Skrzypek, and today I would like to present some update regarding the Nebulus meta operating system for the cloud computing continuous. What is it, how it works, and who is using that and with what results. My name is Pawel Skrzypek. I'm a cloud architect and I'm participating in this project. A short agenda. I will start with the description of what is the Cloud Continuum and why we are using this Cloud Continuum. Probably most of us is using it currently, even without using the name of the Cloud Continuum. I will tell a little bit more what is Meta Operating System. That could be quite new approach for the building cloud systems. And then I will provide information and update regarding the Nebulus project, what it is, what is the purpose, and how to use the project. And finally, I will show the use case application on Onfalos Fund, AI-based investments funds, which is using Cloud Continuum to do the algorithmic-based investments. So that's a very short agenda. Let's start. I will start with some definition. Yeah, what is the Cloud Continuum? And I think the best definition is that Cloud Continuum is simply the extension of the traditional clouds to cover the multiple entities which provide analysis, processing, storage, and data generation capabilities, and in fact, many more things, especially running the components and so on. And what constitutes this cloud continuum? The most important elements are obviously public clouds, or generally speaking, clouds, fog AIT devices which are connected to the clouds, data centers and private clouds, because some of the applications are still running and probably will be running in the private data centers, private clouds, edge sites, multi-access edge computing, so multiple smaller data centers located near the users, and the same for the micro data centers, which allow to deliver the computing capabilities closer to the users, so to minimize the attention. So all of that could constitute the cloud continuum. Obviously, there are multiple other models like multi-clouds, which means the usage of two or more public clouds, hybrid clouds, the mixed usage of the public clouds and non-public private cloud. And Cloud Continuum, you can imagine as it's a mix and match all of these models across of whole continuum. So that's the reason that the name is the Cloud Continuum. And why we need the Cloud Continuum. As I already said, most of the application of modern application currently using the Cloud Continuum, for example, all of the application deployed to the smartphone or smartwatches or other devices are using the Continuum because the computation is usually done in the cloud, but the data gathering, data input and output is done on the application on the smartphone and smartwatch. Also, with the current computing capabilities of the devices, some of the processing is done also on devices, but the most heavy processing is done in the cloud or private cloud. And using the Cloud Continuum, we can optimize usage the application and achieve the best possible experience and utilization of available resources. Because we can minimize the latency, especially the latency to the user. We can optimize the usage of the resources, and we also can benefit on the devices with the power and computing power of the big data center or big cloud. One more definition, the last one, is the meta operating system. The operating system, in our case, is the operating system which extends beyond the one server or one cluster and is shared across multiple devices across the clouds. That's the reason that use that name, because the idea behind the Nebulus project is to deliver meta operating system for the cloud continuum. It is also the name of the project funded by European Union in Horizon Europe program. So it's a research project, and it aims to deliver that kind of the meta operating system for cloud computing continuous. The consortium consists multiple research organization, industry companies, as well as the end users of the application, which provide the use case application to test the project and to check capabilities of the meta operating system in real life application. I will tell today a little bit more about the one application delivered by Onfalos Fund. What Nebulus is doing. The first thing is to develop the appropriate modeling methods, which allows for describing the cloud continuum. As you already know, the cloud continuum contains multiple types of the clouds, devices, data centers, and so on. So we need a unified method to describe this cloud continuum, to provide the application requirements, to be able to describe and modeling the application requirements for the different types of the and also to model the data streams, so how to use and connect the data streams. Obviously, everything should assure the quality of service of the provisioning services. And then Nebulus delivers the optimizers, so ability to compare different available offerings in the cloud continuum and using the multi-criteria decision-making methods to select the most optimal set of the resources for the given application and to continuously reconfigure the application in the cloud continuum to achieve the best possible efficiency of the use of the application. Nebulus also cover the security, because the security aspect is critical for the cloud continuum, and also introduce the novel smart contract-based service level agreements. Because as we can see, in the cloud continuum, we have multiple service providers, public clouds, private cloud, telecom provider with the private data center, MEDS location, and also the communication and other things. And we also have the IoT devices. So the security and some kind of the service level agreement is critical to achieve the expected efficiency of the application in the cloud continuum. How Nebulus is built. As you can see, that's a very general overview of the high-level architecture of the Nebulus. That's the critical elements, core of the Nebulus. And here is the execution layer of the Nebulus. Nebulus is based fully on the Kubernetes cluster. So the idea of the Nebulus is to deploy application to the various Kubernetes cluster, which are located in the different location. It could be the public cloud, it could be the private data center, and it could be the MAC location. And Nebulus is able to optimize the usage of the resources of these clusters and to deliver and deploy automatically application to the given clusters, then to fetch the metrics, so the measurements, how application is working, what is the quality of the service, what is the response to the user, what is the processing capabilities, and based on that, reconfigure application if needed to improve the so-called utility function, goal function, which measures the efficiency of the application deployment. More information about the Nebulus architecture and features is provided on the Nebulus website. There are multiple technical reports with the detailed description, so please visit and review. If you are interested in using Nebulus, Nebulus is fully open source based on the Mozilla Public License 2.0, so it could be downloaded and used for any purposes without any additional costs. Nebulus is not only about the producing software. Nebulus project also offers the open access research. There are multiple excellent research papers in the field of the cloud continuum, cloud optimization, and deployment. We are also focusing on the cloud continuum dissemination and education, training, and last but not least is the open calls. In the Nebulus project, we have two runs of the open calls. In total is 1.35 million euro fund available for 9 grants for 9 outside of the consortium companies and organizations who wants to use the Nebulus. The first round of the open calls was launched in 2024. The second is just open for submission. You can find the link here. So if you have the application which is using the Cloud Continuum and you would like to try Nebulus, it's the best way because the adaptation of the application to the Nebulus could be funded in the open calls projects. So we are looking for that good application. It must be the existing application which is using the Cloud Continuum and wants to deploy on the Nebulus. And that's generally the aim of the Nebulus projects, to accomplish the research contribution, especially in the realms of the cloud, fog, and edge brokeraging, and to develop the advanced method and tools which enable secure and optimal application deployment to the cloud continuum. So that was about the Nebulus, and here we have the use case application. And the use case application is Onfalos Fund. It is the alternative investment funds registered in Luxembourg. And the uniqueness of the Onfalos Fund is that it's fully operated by AI algorithms which control the risk and manage the investment. Onfalos Fund is operating since January 2022, so it's over 3 years of the live track record audited. And Onfalos Fund uses Cloud Continuum to maximize the efficiency of its investments. The most of the computing power is located in the cloud. Onfalos Fund is using two clouds, AWS and Hetzner, so it's a multi-cloud configuration. Also, Onfalos Fund is using the private data center. So it's a quite complex infrastructure and is directly connected to the brokers, so it could be considered as the connections. And here we can see the results of the Onfalos Fund in the period since January 2022 till now. So as you can see, Onfalos Fund outperforms all benchmarks. Even the Nasdaq S&P 500 with the great strong up run in the last period. In the longer term, the AI-based investments is just more reliable and also have the much lower drawdowns. As you can see, maximum drawdown of the Onfalos is 3%, and maximum drawdowns of the Nasdaq is over 30%, assuming start in the beginning of the January 2000. And the volatility of the results is much lower. And that shows the power of the technology. That also shows the power of the cloud continuum. Yeah, so if it's interested for you, if you find that useful and you would like to use the Nebulus or to start in the open call, please follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Also visit the cloud website. There are a lot of the information. And as I said, open call is open. Second round of the open call is open for submissions. So if you have the application which uses Cloud Continuum and IoT devices, and you want to test it with Nebulus with full funding of the cost of adaptation, that's the unique opportunity to participate in the second round of the Nebulus open course. And if you want to educate in the Cloud Continuum or other specific topics, I strongly recommend to visit the Nebulus Cloud website and check the available reports and training materials. Thank you very much. That's all from my side.